I was really interested to hear about the topics being discussed today, because so often you hear social media discussed in a consumer brand context and how it actually talks to consumers day in, day out. What I was interested in to see how other corporates actually used it in relations with stakeholders, regulators, the city, and of course consumers too.
It's important to understand how it's shifting to social media now and just how fast the acceleration has been.
The challenges are very different, and I think it's something that a lot of traditional publishing companies are taking a lot of time to catch up with. But you know, the opportunities are there to reach millions of people around the world.
You can't pretend that people aren't out there writing about your product, tweeting about it, Facebooking about it, and I mean, we've seen plenty of brands who have tried to ignore it, and that's kind of dangerous because you're taking yourself out of the conversation.
Even large corporate organisations and brands now are willing to talk about these things, not necessarily just willing, but they actively want to participate in these debates.
As far as we're concerned, the quality of speakers and the quality of the discussions that we have at our conferences is as important to communicate as the quality of the editorial in our magazine. It's all kind of much of a muchness.
It's relaxed, there's great information, there's lots of opportunities to actually meet people who do similar things to you and discuss ideas and actually have some really quite heated debates about how social media can work in the corporate world. And I think it's set up so that everyone can get something from it.
What's nice to come to events like this is to share learnings from the public sector with the private sector, and similarly some of the presentations I've seen today from the private sector, I'll be taking back learnings to COI.
The great thing about this conference has been the relevance of its subject, which is there's a challenge we face as corporate communicators, which is, you know, where does social media fit in for us, and this has directly addressed that challenge.
So much interaction has gone on, and there's been so much knowledge that we've been able to glean as observers here about the way the digital world is moving and the way social media is driving those kind of changes that are just improving the way we communicate as corporations everywhere.
The internet is limitless, and the conversations just keep going and evolving all the time. So to kind of get a handle on that, get your head around that is very important, and that means days like this can be really exciting.